Okay, perfect. Can you guys hear me now? Hands up if you can hear me. All right, perfect. So, as you guys know, I always have notes for these. I'm super pumped up for this one because it is literally like, oh, hold on, someone else joined. I gotta mute again. Un momento. All right, I'm gonna go speaker view too. That way I don't get distracted because I get really distracted with speaker view if it's not a speaker view. Oh, you know what I was just trying to do? I was just trying to click speaker view on the laptop like a touch screen. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm super fired up for this month because there's so many promotions going on this month. My brain can't even wrap like around what's going on right now. Okay, so I'm all over the place. Everybody knows I'm like 6 months pregnant right now, but we're still doing it. I don't even care. So as far as getting started, okay, the very first thing that I want to know is who's doing self-development daily. I gotta go back to speaker to view. Keep your hand up so I can see all of you. Okay, so who's reading a book here? Okay, who is watching like inspirational videos on YouTube? Okay, cool. And then who's watching like or listening to speeches or likes to listen to podcasts and stuff like that? Oh, it's super exciting. So I wanted to ask because I wanted to see what kind of learners everybody is and you know how everybody takes in their information. So that I can be a better leader myself with training and knowing how you guys learn the best, and how you take in information the best. So it's good that everybody here raised their hands. So that's really good because you guys are all on self-development. And as we know, self-development is how you're going to get from point A to point B, doing it daily. And if you're not doing it daily, then you're not trying hard enough, right? And so you want to grow that mindset. You want to get out of that mindset of settling, allowing yourself to go back to where you came from, which is the whole reason why you joined this business, I would hope. And you want to go into the mindset of, okay, I can do anything that I put my mind to. There's no more settling. I'm going to be that domino effect. My family might have, I might have been raised poor, but I'm not going to die poor. And that's exactly how this works. Okay. You can do anything you put your mind to. And that's why I'm so excited that all you guys are doing self-development right now. And so you should give yourselves a pat on the back for doing that daily, for sure. So I'm going to start out just by saying when you're going for a promotion month, you want to make sure you know what you want. You want to know what your why is. So if you don't know what your why is, you want to make sure that you get that in check. And you want to make sure that it is something that is strong enough that's going to pull you towards it, not so much you having to push yourself towards it. Does that make sense, guys? So I want to start out by showing you, like, for example, one of my whys, okay? And this is what I did. Mandy Lee Richardson, you guys all know, that's like one of my closest friends. She's with this business too. She's taught me a lot. And so when it comes to a why, so let's just say my why right now, and I think a lot of you guys might know this, but my why right now, if this is backwards, shake your head. No. So is it frontwards? Okay, good. Okay, so here's my why right now, okay? When I first started this business, I literally joined just so that Matt and I didn't have to put our accounts in the negatives anymore. Like, I'm dead serious. Our account was consistently $500 in the negatives every single month. And it had to do with my drinking habit. It had to do with me putting bills second. And so I constantly had to overdraft my account to play catch up from the month before, okay? And so that was my why at first. I accomplished that why. The second why was to make sure that my mortgage payment was always on time and it was paid up to date. I went for it and I accomplished that why, okay? This next why, this is bringing Matt home. This is a huge goal, a massive goal, okay? And so this is what I do when I have a why. And I have this actually in my kitchen. This is where I go all the time. I'm in the kitchen, I'm doing dishes. I'm in the kitchen, I'm making coffee. I'm in the kitchen playing LOLs with Bailey Jane. I'm in the kitchen literally doing everything in there. And so that's why I put it in my kitchen, because I need to be reminded daily. How many of you guys feel like you need to be reminded of your why daily? Okay, awesome. Same here. We all do. We're on that same level, okay? So we all have different reasons why we're doing this business, but at the end of the day, we're all going towards that one thing of succeeding at whatever we're going for. You know what I mean? So bringing that home, and what I like to do is I put my why right in the middle of it, and then I just sprout off different things just to remind myself how I will feel when Matt comes home. One of them is relieved. Okay, and I'll be relieved because he's not having to go to work every single freaking day and working his butt off and then coming home and not being able to spend any time with us. Okay, my next one, safe. If anybody knows me, you know I have wicked bad anxiety. I also have PTSD. I also have depression. I have all that stuff, okay? Never has been my excuse. It's always been my reason why. And there's a reason for that, because I know if Matt's home, I know he's my protector. He's the only one that's going to save us at the end of the day. And so I know that I need to bring him home for that reason, to get my mind more in check than it's ever been in my entire life. All right. So how else will I feel happy? Why will I feel happy? Because he'll be home and we'll be able to do whatever we want whenever we want. We'll be a freedom of time family. Like, how exciting is that? And so I put little things all around this, and I plaster it wherever I am all day long. And I remind myself, and if I have to go to that thing in the morning and I have to read these off and really think about the feelings, like how it will feel to have him home, that's called visualization. Does anybody know what that is? Okay, if you don't know, visualization is when you're literally putting yourself into that situation before it even happens. It's almost like your mind is at the finish line before your body physically is. And so that's what you want to be doing every single day, is visualizing. And I know a lot of us, and I've seen this happen several times with several different girls on my team, okay? They get started in the month, they get fired up, they get ready to go, and then all of a sudden, halfway through the month, they fall off the bandwagon. How many of you guys have done that before? Okay, me too. Me too. I've done it before too. I'm dead serious. Going on my way to Ruby, I did it. Going on my way to Emerald, I did it. Going on my way to Diamond, I did it. Going on my way to Double Diamond, I've done it. We all do it over and over and over and over and over again. And so this is where visualization comes in handy so much, because you don't have to just do it once at the beginning of the month when you're charting yourself out. You need to be doing it daily. And that's where the self-development comes in. And if you're visualizing yourself every single day at that finish point, the work is going to follow, because you'll want it so bad. And you'll literally be able to taste that success, that it will just pull you to it daily. You know how I visualize a lot? Because Matt and I, that's another one of our whys. We want to buy a lake house eventually. I go on Pinterest and I literally Pinterest the crap out of log cabins on a lake. Okay? The best thing you can do for yourself is visualize, because it's going to pull you to it. All right? So that's the first thing that I wanted to go over. And then as far as that goes, once you make your decision on what you want, you have to make the decision that you're no longer staying where you are right now. All right. So a lot of us, we're living lives that, we settle with. You've lived your life where you've settled for, okay, I'm just going to go overdraft my account. It'll be okay. I'll pay it off next month, or I'll pay it off next week. It'll be okay. Or you settle for, oh, instead of buying the name brand box of cereal, I'm just going to get, the store brand. That's okay. You're settling for everything less than what you actually deserve. And that's something that happens in our brain. Every single one of us does. Every single one of us, even me. And it's just something that's programmed in our brain. And so when you make that decision that you want something, you have to make the decision as well that you're no longer willing to settle and be right where you are right now. Are you sick and tired of living the life that you're living right now? I know I was. I was so tired of overdrafting my account. I was tired of Matt and I fighting constantly over money. It was ridiculous. I was tired of living a shitty life. I was tired of possibly having to move back in with my in-laws, which I never wanted to do ever again. And so you have to make that decision that you're no longer going to settle anymore and you're tired of it. You're absolutely 100% never going to stay in the same exact place. And it is okay that the progress is slower than you'd like it to be. It's okay. We all have our own journey. We all have it. I've seen girls who've gone diamond in literally a month to 3 months. Did I go diamond within a month, 3 months? Nope, I didn't, because I had my own journey. I was on my own journey. I was trugging along. I had to bring my mind to that level. And so that comes in with my next part of when you're going for a promotion, you have to start acting and feeling and thinking and working the way of that promotion, okay? So if you want to be an executive, you need to start working like an executive right now. If you want to be a Ruby, you need to start working like a Ruby right now. If you want to be like me and go all the way to ambassador, you better be ready to put your big girl panties on, or big boy panties. Kyle's in here too, I saw him. You better be ready to do that and start working like a freaking ambassador right now, because otherwise you're not going to get there until you do. You're not going to get to diamond or above, or even just if you're going for a Ruby, you're not going to get there until you start working like one daily. And so what that means is when you're going, a lot of you guys are going for higher rank, or well, for lower ranks right now, but you're planning on higher ranks eventually. How many of you guys right now are going for executive this month? Okay. How many of you are going for Ruby this month? Okay. All right, awesome. So I'm going to go over a little bit of both of them. So as far as both of them, okay, dream boards. If you don't have a dream board, you need to have one right now. You need to start thinking, you need to stop thinking like you don't deserve it. And you need to start thinking like I deserve every freaking thing that's on this dream board. And I'm tired of not having it. And I'm no longer willing to live without these things. And that's what's going to pull you towards it, okay? Planning. Most of you guys know how to chart. How many of you guys know how to chart in here? Okay, most of you. There's some of you who are brand new, and I don't blame you for not knowing how to chart. Ask your leader to help you train on charting. If you don't know how to chart as well, I have an executive charting in there. I think there's only a few of you have hit the executive so far. And so the ones who are going for Ruby this month who have already hit the executive, I'm going to plan on making a training for you specifically. I meant to do it last night, but I got caught up in trainings all the way until like 1:30 a.m. So it was crazy. But I do plan on doing those specifically for you guys. And I'm stepping up my game this month. And so I want everybody to know that it is going to be like crazy, way more, let's go than it's ever been. And I'm super fired up to get you guys going like that. So as far as charting anyways, you want to make sure that you're charted out for that promotion. If you're not charted out for that promotion, you need to make sure that you get there, and you need to get there tonight if you want to get there, because it is the 8th right now. We're already at the 8th. By the 15th, you should be halfway to your promotion. Okay. So say you're going for executive. By the 15th, one of your 400 boxes should be filled completely, because then that second box needs to start being filled the second half of that month. All right. If you're going for a Ruby, you want to make sure that with the ruby, you've got your 3 boxes. I don't have one of the charts in here, but you've got your 3 boxes, and you're supposed to get 2,000 group volume underneath that, okay? By the 15th, you should have 1,000 of that knocked out. I know the girls who are going for ruby, most of them only have about 400 to 500 group volume. Do you know how crazy that is? How small of a goal that is? That is the smallest amount that you could possibly get, and you can totally do it. 100% do it. And all you have to do is you have to stick to your guns, and you have to really realize that you're no longer staying where you are. You have to believe that you are going to meet that ruby. You have to 100% believe that you are going to be an executive by the last day of May, that your E-suite is going to be changed to executive or ruby. And I'm telling you, it might be hard. It might be scary. You might cry. I usually cry all promotion months. Like most people know this. And then once I hit it, I bawl my freaking eyes out because I'm so tired and exhausted from working so hard. But can I tell you something? It's 100% worth it. 110% worth it when you see your prelims on the 15th and you've gotten like a $500 plus pay raise. That's insane. All right. No other industry you're going to find something like that. It's going to be really, really hard to get anywhere from a $250 to a $500 pay raise or even more than that. And that's what happens when you climb these ranks, guys. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I know a lot of you guys haven't seen the diamond paychecks, but I'm telling you what, I can't even tell you how huge this is, that what you're a part of. And I can't wait to see every single person here get a diamond paycheck because I'm going to cry for you. It's so insane. And I'm so fired up for that. And I'm so ready for that. And you're on your own journey. Okay. So it might take you, 3 months to get to diamond. It might take you a year to get to diamond. It might take you 11 months like it did me. I think it was like 11 months that it took me, or 12, 13, something like that. Okay. It might take you that long to get to diamond, but that's because your brain is constantly preparing yourself to be the leader that you need to be to those people on your diamond chart. All right. So you're on this Zoom for a reason, because you need to go up. God's putting you right here so that you can get that info and that insight that this is your time. This is it. And so as far as getting started, you need to make sure you're charted. You need to make sure that by the 15th, you're halfway to that promotion. You need to make sure that you're giving it literally your all and keep looking at that finish line. Your mind should already be at that finish line. All right. You just got to wait for your body to get there, pretty much. And it's crazy to think like that. But as far as charting goes, charting really needs to be, you need to be charted out, and then you need to know how much you need to get weekly to make that happen. If you get into that first week, we're almost to the end of the first week, right? Is this the second week? I don't know. I'm confused. But by the end of the first week, or by the end of this next week, if you're not where you need to be in order to be halfway to your promotion, you better pick up the pace, because you're not working your hardest. You're not doing everything you need to be doing. And that's 100% the truth. And that's something that you have to be honest with yourself with. I can sit here and tell you you're not working hard enough till I'm blue in the friggin' face. I could do it all day long. I could do these Zooms and I could work to inspire you and motivate you and everything, but nobody's going to motivate you and inspire you like you are going to do it. No one is going to make that decision that you're going to promote and put the work in to promote like you are going to do it. I can hold your hand and I can say I believe in you until I'm blue in the face. I could repeat myself over and over and over again, but no one's coming to save you other than yourself. And so I feel like there's a lot of growth happening this month on our chart. I mean, on our team. I don't know why I said chart. It's because I was looking at it. But I feel like there's a lot of growth that's going on here. And that's okay. That's exactly what's needed to happen. If you get upset with yourself, okay, give yourself a 5-minute pity party. Then get back to work. Do what you got to do. to make things happen. You know, if you're sitting there having an anxiety attack, okay, breathe for 5 minutes. You know, take 20 minutes to sit there and think about your why and really put yourself in those shoes one more time and then get back in the game. Because if you allow yourself to say, okay, halfway through the month, oh, I'm not where I need to be, so I guess I'll just do it next month. Or I'll just throw in the towel this month. Next month will be so much better. Or this month I'm just planting seeds and all of a sudden that promotion doesn't mean as much to you as it did. That's your brain trying to settle. That's you trying to talk yourself out of putting the work in that you need to put in. And so you need to make sure you're honest with yourself and telling yourself you can do it. Get back on that horse and go, because you can do it. And so charting, make sure that you're charting yourself out. Make sure you're updating it all the time, reminding yourself of what you need daily, not just weekly, but daily. So if you're going for a Ruby, let's say, you know, it's 2000 BV, I think that comes out to, I don't know. I don't even know what the calculations are for that. I don't even have a calculator here, but 2000 group volume. Okay. Say you need that every single day, or say you need that by the end of the month. It should come out to, I don't know, like 40 to 60 BV daily, I think, something like that. And so you got to think about that. How many sales is that? If you upsell and you get one loyal customer that you sell 2 products to, that's 60 BV usually right there. Boom, boom, done. That's your day. That's it. And so you got to think about it like that. And you got to think about, you know, not working just until, you know, you're tired and you're ready to go to bed at 8:00 at night. You got to work until the job's done. That's the only way you're going to accomplish it. And so a lot of us, it's really hard and we struggle with that every single day. And I know I struggled with it for the longest time. And I have this conversation with several uplines that, you know, when a lot of new girls start, they automatically don't understand that this job it's all paid on your work ethic. It's all based on your work ethic. And so if you're only working until, you know, you're putting in enough effort for the day, that's great. That's growth right there. That means you did something. That's consistency. Yes. But if you want a promotion, you need to work until that job is done every single day. And if that means sending out 500 messages for host to post to get people to post for you, or if that means, you know, messaging every single person on your Facebook to ask them if they're interested in, you know, trying weight loss program, or, you know, getting help with stress and anxiety, or growing their hair out, then so be it. Because that's what you have to do. And you know what? It's going to be so much worth it at the end when you see your first paycheck when you rank up. All right. And so charting's huge. Mapping out your month is huge. Host to post daily. How many of you guys would you say get out, I don't know, like 2 host to post daily? Okay, leave your hand up if you get out about 4 host to post daily. All right. Leave your hand up if you get out 6 host to post daily. Leave your hand up if you get up 10 host to post daily. 12? All right. So here's why I'm saying this, is because consistency is great. Getting out those 2 host posts daily, getting out those 4 host posts daily, yes, kudos to you. It's freaking awesome that you can stay consistent with this, okay? But where you're going to find those promotions are massive action meets consistency. And so not settling until you get those 10 host to post out daily. Not settling at 2 host to post one day and saying, oh, I'll just work harder the next day. It doesn't work like that. You got to be there daily. It has to be a daily thing. And I understand most of us are tired. A lot of people on this team work a second job. A lot of people on this team have kids. A lot of people Some of them even work 2 jobs. You know, they have families, they have things to do. We all have stuff to do. We all have a story. We all have things going on like crazy. Most of us have anxiety. Most of us have depression. Like, there's no excuses here. You know what I mean? So when you're going for a promotion, the excuses have to be cut dry, see you later, bye. They can't be there at all. It has to be like they're gone and all you see is that finish line. And this is where, I don't know if you guys have you guys ever heard of people saying in Diamond Divas, put your blinders on? Okay. When you're going for a promotion, what put your blinders on means is don't be watching the girl next to you working. Don't be watching your upline. Don't be watching your sideline. Don't be watching your downline, wondering what your downline's doing, why they're not producing, why they're not doing anything. We all have dealt with that before. If you have people underneath you, you're always nervous because your team's not working. It does not matter whether your team's working. It doesn't matter whether they're working. What matters is that you are working. Are you putting in your 100% effort? You know? And so you want to make sure that you're putting your blinders on and not focusing on your upline, sideline, downline, anybody else or what they're doing. Focus about what you're doing. Focus on where you're going. Look at that finish line like that is your only go-to place. And that's the only way out. There's no, you know, taking shortcuts. There's no, you know, sitting there and waiting around for someone to come and pick you up and do it for you. You have to watch that finish line. You have to focus on it so much. That's what putting your blinders on means. And so a lot of you guys see at the end of the month, usually if I'm in a promotion month, not everybody here has been here throughout all my promotions, but I know a lot of you guys were here with my diamond. And how many people saw me at the end of the month literally go boom, 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 boom. It was nonstop. You want to know why it happened like that? And this is just exactly how it happened. I decided that I was going. I visualized. I put those blinders up. I did not look at anybody else but what I wanted. And I knew that I wanted that diamond bonus. I knew we needed that. My family needed that more than anything on this earth. Matt and I mean, I was at Emerald. I was making a good money, but it was not anything compared to what diamond brings you. And so Amanda Penner came to me. She had a pep talk with me. She does her thing. And I just went for it. I put my blinders on. I didn't care who was working at that point. I said, you know, kind of move out of the way. Chelsea's going. We're going. It doesn't matter. And so that's what putting your blinders looks like. And you'll notice when you make that decision, and you'll notice even your sideline make that decision this month, because they're going to go boom, 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 boom. And it's going to be over and over and over again. And at that point, yes, it's awesome to encourage them. Yes, it's awesome to shout them out and get excited with them. But in the same sense, focus on you at the same time. Don't compare yourself to them. All you got to know is they put their blinders on, they're going. So that's what you should be doing too, right? All right. So I think we only have like 5 minutes left. So I'm going to go ahead, finish up with saying host to post, getting those 10 host to posts out a day. I think I've said it quite a few times in my Zooms, but it needs to be a priority, 100%. Posting is only 10% of our business. So post on Facebook 3 times a day, boom, boom, done. And then get to those host to posts, get those out. I'm telling you, it's going to change your life. It's going to change your business. That's what's going to help you meet that promotion, is by spreading the word to so many different people. That's what's going to make that happen. All right. If you're not boxed yet, you need to make sure that you're sending messages every single day, asking people if they've ever thought about doing what you do. Anybody who comments and likes on your stuff, attraction marketing, use it. When it comes to posting on Facebook, make sure that you're posting about yourself. Talk every single day, talk about where you're going. Throw it out there. Talk about if you are looking to retire your husband, talk about that. If you're looking to, put groceries in the house and not have to worry about looking at your bank account, post that on Facebook. You want to make sure you're posting where you're headed every single day, because that's going to draw people to you. And that's what you want. All right. And then the last thing is follow-ups. The key is always in the follow-up, always. So if you're not doing follow-ups every single week, you need to make sure you're doing it. Because a lot of people, when you message them the first time, you almost have to expect that they're not going to order from you right off the bat. It's going to take at least 3 to 10 times of you following up with them and asking them if they're interested for them to actually go through with it. Okay. So the follow-up is so, so, so important. We have that in the consistency group. I put it in there usually every Thursday and Friday, if you guys didn't notice. Use those messages. Go for it. Get those seeds planted with the host to post, and then follow up with them and water those seeds every single week until they sign with you. The more you do right now, the more loyal customers and distributors you're going to get at the end of the month. Okay. So I think this is going to end in literally like a second. A remaining time. Okay. Yep. It's going to end in like literally a minute. So I'm going to hop off here. I hope you guys are ready to go, because I'm so fired up. I'm so pumped up. I am so like, let's just do it. I don't even care what we have to do. We're going to do it together, and it's going to be one team, one mission, movement. It's going to be insane. Okay. So I will talk to you guys later. I hope you guys have a great night.